Just like its rivals Samsung and HTC, Sony has begun making smaller versions of its flagship phones. The Xperia Z1 Compact packs the same waterproof metal and glass design, supercharged quad-core processor, 4G LTE connectivity, and 20-megapixel camera as the top-end Xperia Z1, but shrinks the screen down to a much more manageable 4.3 inches. Now, unlike Samsung and HTC, whose smaller phones both have slightly dampened specs in comparison to their flagships, the Xperia Z1 Compact has almost all the specs of its larger brother. It provides cutting-edge tech without forcing you to get a really big phone. Now, the Sony Xperia Z1 Compact is due to go on sale in the UK and wider Europe in the middle of February, but Sony hasn't yet stated whether it will be making its way to the US. It also hasn't said what price it'll have, but it did suggest that similar specs to the Z1 may indicate a similar price, expected to be somewhere between about £400 and £450. Size aside, the Z1 Compact is almost identical to its bigger brother. It has the same all-glass front and back with the one-piece aluminum band running around the edge. The power button comes out of the side, and there's a dedicated camera shutter button below. Now, the Compact packs a 720p display, which is a step down from the Full HD of its brother, but the smaller screen size means it doesn't need as many pixels to remain sharp. In fact, it actually has a pixel density of 340 pixels per inch, which is a step above the 326 pixels per inch of the iPhone 5. And you'd have to be in a pretty bad mood to call that a low resolution. Now, the Sony Xperia Z1 Compact will arrive sporting one of the latest versions of Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. Now, Sony hasn't said whether it will be getting the 4.4 KitKat upgrade, but considering this is a somewhat flagship phone, I would expect it to get it at some point. Now, Sony has done with its mini phone what I've been hoping other manufacturers will begin to do: shrink the size of the flagship, but keep the same lineup of specs. Mix in the waterproof, attractive design, and Sony might well have a top-end Android phone for people who just don't want a really large Android handset. Let me know what you think of the Z1 Compact in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!